Hello, everyone. You are warmly welcome to 90 Days Excel Skills Mastery Challenge. Today is a day 44, and today we are continuing on our lessons on pivot table. We are looking at grouping data like monthly summaries, quarterly summaries, days, and years. So in our previous lesson on pivot table, we actually looked at the very basic of pivot table where we tried to create our first pivot table. We look at the quadrants that we use and where we have the report filters and all that. So today we are continuing with the same format, but we are going to look at a very simple approach in summarizing our data. And these groupings can be done for a number of cases. So let's look at the date groupings in this particular edition. So as usual, you have your notes to go through and to look at the processes of doing it. So can I take your time to go through this more? And then let's quickly zoom into the practical session. So we have a complete data set here, which we have transaction date, transaction ID, departments that's handle that transaction, the services rendered, and then the amount. So our function here is simple: to look at the monthly summaries for the various transactions that have happened within the period. So we already know that how to create our pivot table. So I said that for the best to handle data, you must always convert your data set into tables. So let's convert is Control T, and then we hit, and then we convert this one into table. So this is in a table form that will help us to be able to handle it very well. So the first thing is to select any part of the table, and then you go to the Insert tab and click Pivot Table, or you can do your shortcut Alt NVT to get it. So we go there, and then we start the table from table. Okay, so the first thing is that we have selected the data. So the name of the table is showing here, and this is table 6 for the entire data we are going to analyze. And then we choose where we want the pivot table to be placed. We just want to place it by the side. So we come to Existing and then select, while the cursor is blinking, we can go to where we want to put it and then select that part and then click OK. You can decide to add it to the data models, but we have not gotten to data models yet. So we click OK and then we move on. So we're already familiar with this interface. We know the reports pane, and then we know the pivot fields here. We understand each of the quadrant. So first of all, we are looking at date trend. So we put the date in a quadrant, and you see, once I put the date there, the date that we have here, once we put it in the quadrant, the row quadrant, we see it's grouping into months for us. So it's automatically grouping the date into months. So here we can pick the transaction amount, and then we can see automatically the various amount that happened for each of the months. So that's the groupings. But we can open this plus sign, can open to see each of the breakdowns for specific dates within the month of January. You can also close it up, and then we can also pin. Assuming, then let's go back to C. So you see, once we put the date, we have seen a split of 3 times. So we have the transaction date, which was the original one we put there, and then the grouping of day as well as grouping of month has occurred. So if we don't want to group it in month, or we want to add some to it, we can right click on the month side, and then we see group. So once you see group, you click on the group, and then the dialog box will appear. So this place will give you the opportunity to put them in groups. So the first, it gives us a starting date of the date that we have in the data set, and then the ending date as well. And then it also gives us seconds, minutes, hours, day, month, quarter, and then year. So depending on what we want, we would select any of them. So maybe we want to see year, and then we want to see quarter and month. We don't want it. We just click on it, and then we have it change into year, quarter, and month. So you can see that we have the year at the top, which is the 2026. We have the quarter, which is quarter 1, and then we have the quarter total, we have the quarter 2, and then we have the month under it. So that is how the groupings can be done. You can break it into pieces, and then you can also open it up. If we want to add more, we can go into it again, and then we go and select day. So we have quarter, month, year, and then day. So once we click on it, we see that our year has given us a expandable. We can also close it if we are not interested in showing it this way. So technically, you would be able to use these groupings to put your data into various forms of summaries that you need. And then you can now use it to run the reports you want to run it. It is a bit simple. All you need to do is to right click on any of them and then go to groupings, and then you have the opportunity to select how you want to project the data that you want to project. If you don't need anything here, you can also hold it, click it, and then throw it outside the quadrant, and then you see automatically it leaves the quadrant for you. If you want it, you can go and pick it back, and then you still get it back into the system. So that is how the groupings of data, dates in a day pivot table also works. Like you have seen it, just go by it. It's not a difficult task. Just drag the dates field into your quadrant and then drag the amount, and then you can right click on the dates in the reports pane and then use the groupings, and then you can go ahead and do whatever, show whatever date or format you want to show it, and then you get your good reports to run in there. So that is the pivot table groupings for dates, month summaries. So we can drag everything out, and then we leave just the month, and then we can have the month summaries also put in a very nice way for us. And once we move it out, we cannot do. So that brings us to the end of the groupings in pivot table. Let's see that you have some assignment. So the assignment, it says that you must use the data that has been provided in this practicals, and then you follow the step by step to get the pivot groupings done very nicely. Please don't forget that this is 90 days Excel skills challenge, and once you are done with your assignments, you can post the assignment on the social media platforms. Our WhatsApp groupings are also available. We invite you to join any of them if you have not joined yet, and we want you to hit the subscribe to this channel so that when we post any video, you'll be the first to also get it. Don't forget to also invite your other colleagues to this channel, and let's all learn and grow together. Thank you very much for following, and see you the next day. Thank you.